It's former President Donald Trump versus Vice President Kamala Harris tonight. The presidential nominees expected to spar over a range of policies in tonight's debate.
And with less than 2 months from Election Day, there's a lot at stake here. This could be the only debate. A new poll shows more than 60% of likely voters want a major change. Will they find out if one of these will be that change maker?
Political science professor at Oakland University, David Dulio, joining us as he does so often. It's great to see you again, David. As we mentioned, most of the polls right now showing a razor-thin margin, not just in Michigan, but across the country. How big does that make tonight?
Well, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me back. I think tonight is one of those high leverage situations that you come across in a campaign rarely these days, right? Where, boy, this could make such a huge difference. And it's really those persuadable voters that you mentioned that are key. The vast majority of the country has made up their mind about the candidates and who they're going to support. But when it is a race that's so close, those last remaining folks who are persuadable, who are gettable, who haven't made up their mind are just so important.
And so with a debate like this, of course, there's a lot to gain, but there's also a lot to lose. And if this is the only debate between these two candidates, should there be a strategy of maybe making sure that you don't make any major gaffes or mistakes this close to the election, or take advantage of the opportunity and really go for some things?
Well, I think that, just ask Joe Biden how important debates are and not making mistakes, right? I think that's, I think we can put that issue to bed, that debates don't matter and that, that they can't shake up the race. Some interesting circumstances there around the president. But look, I think Kamala Harris and Donald Trump each have their own goals tonight. I think Kamala Harris is going to have to explain, for instance, why she has changed positions on a number of issues in the last couple of years, right, dating back to her first run for the presidency in 2019 and 2020. Everything from the border to plastic straws. So there's a range of things I think that she'll get asked about, and she's going to have to defend those positions, as well as defend the positions of the first 3.5 years of the Biden administration. She's the vice president, right? She's in office.
Speaking of Biden,
she's really not running as an incumbent, which is fascinating. And Trump, real quick, he just has to look presidential even a little bit.
Which leads me to the kind of the debate over the rules. Initially, when it was the president versus Trump, they wanted the microphones turned off, but then there was some talk about the Harris campaign wanting them turned off, but it's going to be the same go-round as the first. Do you think this will make any kind of a difference?
At the margins, right? I think the mics being off probably helps Trump. He just doesn't have the same kind of opportunity to speak over somebody, which is what Americans hate, right? They don't like the bickering. They don't like the back and forth. They don't like the vitriol. They just want to hear from the candidates who want to be the president of the United States, right? So I think that this is going to help him do that.
Interesting. That was meant to help Biden the first time around, and now it might help Trump this time. Yeah.
Well, we will all find out who it's going to help and how this all unfolds as the nation watch the first debate between the candidates tonight right here on Local 4. Dave, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much for your perspective. And then tomorrow we're going to want to talk to you again so we can have a recap and break down the debate.
Sounds good. I'll look forward to it.
Set your alarm. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. And of course,